What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to teach you the cold market prospect pitch. This is the perfect pitch. This is exactly what you need to say, exactly what you need to relay in order to get someone really interested in what you do, but not give them too much information. A lot of times we verbally vomit on people. We seem too thirsty. We seem like we need them and not like we want to help them. Remember, in business, it's all about helping the other person. You help enough people get what they want, and you're going to get what you want. So let's say I'm out and about. I meet someone at Starbucks. I'm initially going to start up the conversation like a normal person. I'm not just going to pitch them a business. I'm going to be a friend, a genuine friend that's interested in their life. I'm going to be open. I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable. I'm going to get to know the person by asking questions, because good leaders ask what type of questions? They ask great questions. Again, good leaders ask great questions. So the questions I'm going to ask are like, hey, how's your day? How's everything going? What kind of coffee did you order? Really? That's great. Well, what else are you doing today? Just stuff like that. I'm going to entertain these questions, and sometimes these questions will lead to answers that I'll like to entertain a little bit more. Meaning that, let's say the person said, oh, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to ask them, oh, what are you working out today? How long have you been training for? Do you have a personal trainer? What gym do you go to? I'm going to entertain those questions until I start to get a well-rounded picture of this person. The last thing that you want to do is make assumptions, because assumptions are really just made-up lies in your head that you believe. So don't make assumptions about anyone. By asking enough questions, you're going to see that picture of the person, and eventually when you ask the question of what do you do, the person's most likely going to say, I do this for work, or, etc. Something they do for a living. And that's really important that you ask that. What do you do? Because eventually the person's going to ask you what you do. And at this point, you want to have your pitch locked and loaded. I like to call your pitch in this business the perfect pitch. I like to call that your spear. Because business, it's just like, 10,000 years ago, people were hunting for food. They were a tribe of people, and the strongest survived. There really isn't that much of a difference nowadays. In the business world, your pitch is your spear. In order to get the food, which is now the dollars, you need to be a warrior in business. So this is how you become a warrior. You have to have your pitch perfect. This is your spear, and how well can you throw that spear? So let's go into it. When someone asks me what I do, because obviously I've asked them all the questions in the book, how's your day, how's everything going, how's life, what do you do? They're going to ask me what I do. And at that point, when they ask me what I do, I simply say, with nonchalance and just kind of a charismatic attitude, I say, I teach people how to make money from their phones. Just like that. Not, I teach people how to make money from their phones. I just say, look, I teach people how to make money from their phones. Confident, body posture, on point, I'm open. The other person's going to ask me, how? At that point, I'm going to say, have you ever heard of Forex? I'm not saying, oh, it's Forex and this, that, the other. I'm just going to say, have you ever heard of Forex? Another question. The person's going to most likely say yes or no. If they say yes, I'm just going to ask what they know. Do they trade? Do they invest? And if they say no, which is most likely, I'm going to say, well, it's a $5.3 trillion market per day, where you can make money straight from your phone. It's like the stock market, but instead of investing in companies, you're trading currencies. At that point, the person's most likely going to ask me some more questions. Then I'm going to lead into, well, you know what? I work with the company. We've hired the best market experts in the world to work with us. They do all the research, the analysis, everything else, and you get the results. And then I lead in with the analogy. It's pretty much like they do the crunches and you get the six-pack. The person's going to be obviously interested at that point. They're probably going to have a lot of questions for me, but I'll tell them this. This is another analogy. I say, look, if you want to get good at something, it's going to take you a while. If you want to become an expert, it's going to take you a while. Here's another analogy. If I sat down with Kobe Bryant and I asked him, hey man, how long is it going to take me to get as good as you at basketball? He's going to tell me 20 plus years. But if I sat down with an expert, a trader, someone who's sitting there looking at the charts all day, and they tell me what to copy and paste, because this is intelligence and knowledge, guess what? I get expert results from day one. So literally, we're cutting your learning curve. You don't have to do the research and analysis, yet you're going to get expert results from day one. I reaffirm that. I make sure the person really understands. From there, I'll whip out my phone, okay? Because I'll most likely have a couple questions. They're wondering how it all works. What I'll do is I'll whip out my phone. I'm gonna go to my pictures. I have an album saved on my phone called Wealth Gen. So when I click on Wealth Gen, hold up guys, I have a picture right here of a trade alert that comes in, then how to copy and paste, and a profit. So trade alert, copy and paste to MetaTrader 4, and a profit. From there, I'll show them our Facebook group, the GEM group, and I'll get their info. Most likely talk to them a couple more times, maybe send them my website, tradewithexperts.com, and then close the deal. To go over this one more time, when someone asks me what I do, I say I teach people how to make money from their phones. Then I proceed to tell them about Forex. Then I proceed to tell them how I work with a company where we've hired the best market experts in the world to work with us. They do all the research and analysis, you get the results. I lead in with a couple analogies talking about how it's pretty much like they do the crunches and yet you get the six pack. Or if you sat down with Kobe Bryant, how long would it take you to get as good as him? 20 plus years. But now you're gonna get as good as an expert from day one because you're following the experts. We cut your learning curve. Then I'll proceed to show them trade alert, how to copy and paste it, a profit, right, which is affirming everything that I just said. The psychology is the fact that now I have the results to back everything that I just said. I showed you visual proof. And then I'm going to show you the movement by showing off our Facebook. I'm going to get your information. We're going to exchange information. That's better, right? When you ask a person, hey, let's exchange info. You get my number, I get yours. I'll show you my website, and then we can go from there. That confident, that's how you get the deal closed. This has been a training on the perfect pitch. Remember, the pitch is your spear. It's how you get the job done. Business is like hunting. The most effective warriors, the hunters, get the job done. So learn this, practice it, watch this over and over again, make it natural, and get those results. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Peace.